What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the garage, and welcome to, I don't know what the heck we're doing. This was a Free It Friday, and turned into like a Free It Friday. Let's do a quick custom kind of thing. So I did take one of my favorite castings, this beautiful, I was so super stoked whenever I knew this casting was coming out. And yeah, it's been a really fun thing. It's the Shelby Daytona Cobra. It's like it went to Le Mans. It should have been in that. I think there was just a small cameo. I don't know. I can't remember. Shoot, it's been a long freaking day. Yeah. So this is it. Did a simple wheel swap. Did a little custom details on there, headlights, tail lights, that kind of thing. And I just said, you know what? That's not enough. It looked good, but we got to make it dirty because it wasn't a race. And so I did. I took it apart, and I know the wheels are mismatched. They're not really. I always like to do the big on the back, and I like it when they're just the same size wheels all the way around. But that's just me. But I did do a little weathering on here, and it's not bad. And there's going to be a small video in just a second showing you what I use. These are actually now at Hobby Lobby. These weathering kits are going to be $4.99, half price of what the Tamiya weathering kits were. Same color, same everything, but yeah. And I'm using this cheap sponge with a plastic scouring pad from a Dollar Tree. It will really gently rub off the decals and degloss anything you want to try to weather without having to like go to 1,000 grit sandpaper, that kind of thing. Cheap is better, man. I am on a budget. I am literally on a budget, and so anything that I have laying around the house I will use. And these sponges are like 5 or 6 for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. So I use them and they work great. In fact, on one of the Hero Hado mercs I am doing, you will see that I did a my homage to like a Spectra Flame paint job, and I just used one of these. I didn't go with a whole buffing, sanding, SOS pad, all that good stuff. I just used this simple sponge, and you can use the other side of the sponge to like clean off all the dust and everything. Yeah, super simple. So here are the weathering kits that I've been using. The first one is, and this I barely bought this the other day. It's a sand, light sand, and mud. I find those are looking good for making a race car look kind of dusty and rusty. Not rusty so much, but dusty, because most of your race cars are aluminum framed, that kind of thing. Not going to be really rusty. Some of the older ones will be rusty, but not these lightweight, super fast, you know. There I am retouching up that silver on the headlight. Yeah, I buffed too hard. But that's okay, because it's Sharpie and it's cheap. And I got like 25 silver Sharpies laying around. It doesn't take much. Put a little bit on there, rub a little bit off, and you don't look brand new next to some other stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is get some of this mud, which is the darker one. I kind of like going with a darker base first. It just kind of dirties up that thing, and you can go up with light on top of it. That's just the way it works. And you just got to figure this out, because I've just now bought this thing. I've only used it a couple of times, and I'm really liking it, because not everything has to be super dirty and rusty. It just has to be dirty if you're racing. I mean, and there is the other kit that we'll be showing later that has like they call it metal, and then it's like black soot on the Tamiya powders. It's called metal, and this one is basically black. And for areas where you're behind a race car and you got exhaust blowing on you, that's where I kind of use the black, and you'll see that here in a little bit. But I wasn't going super crazy on this. I was just trying to have a little fun, just trying to make this not so pretty baby blue anymore, just a little dirty, little weathered, like been around the block once or twice. And that's just the kind of things that just make me happy. Those things just make me happy, absolutely make me happy. So yeah, just having a really, really good time playing with this one. Yeah, you got it dirty at the back. The back's always going to be the dirtiest part of a race car, man. It's got the exhaust from your car. It's got the rubber and the nastiness coming off of that track as you zoom by. Always going to be the heaviest at the back. I didn't go super heavy. You'll see that here in a minute. But I just try to make it look like we were having a good time. And yeah, the light one's pretty good too. It just kind of, it's an in-between. the sand, that yellow one in the back, I have played with it, and it will literally get sandy looking on you as it sits. I don't know what kind of compound they use, but you'll actually have granules on there that make it look sandy. And I wasn't really going for that look, so I didn't use a whole lot of it. I used a little bit, but not much. And I'm super stoked. Man, this thing is super stoked to have this happen. It's like, it looks good. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on now. Bad camera work. Yeah. Oh, there's the second kit. So this is where you get a little bit darker. I know there's supposed to be a third kit, and I keep waiting, but they just keep filling up with the same two. They got 4 pegs that are empty, and they fill it up with the same 2 things. But at $4.99, I bought 2 of each because, hey, I would have paid that for just 2 kits from Tamiya. And if Hobby Lobby's going to keep having this, I'm going to keep buying it because I'm super happy. In fact, I bought 2 of the rust and metal ones because I just like rust. But I bought one of the sand kits just to find out how it is, and I like it. And I'll be going back and using that. So definitely something if you want to get dirty. Yeah, and you will get dirty. I'm not gonna lie, you will get dirty. This stuff is like an oily powder that gets into your nails and underneath your nails and everything else. But that's what it's supposed to do, is get into all those little fine lines. Especially on 164, it gets into all those little fine lines. And especially when you rough it up with like that little $1.25 tree sponge that I showed you with the scouring pad on one side, it really does grab hold onto it, and you can just kind of smear it in there, just lightly rub it into the places you want, so it doesn't look like you brush it, just gonna look like it's natural. Yeah, so go back and forth, y'all. Figure out what works for you. I didn't actually do the tire treads a whole lot. I just really did the knock down the shine on that chrome because I may steal these wheels again. I stole these off of a car already, so I'll probably steal these wheels again. I don't need them to be in like super painted on, super dirty and clear coated and all that mess to make it. Yeah, all my wheels are static. All my wheels are static. They may be in one car one week and on a truck the next week. I don't know. Just whatever I need to happen happens. Now, someday when I get rich, I'll have all them, fantastic rims and stuff from all the different people. Here's some static pictures of the car, and I like it. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. I guess that one's out of sequence, but that's okay. Yeah, so this is after I clear coated it. I did use a Rust-Oleum dead flat. Thanks to Mark Anthony Customs to tell me about, they have a dead flat, y'all. And it is dead flat. I like it. It seals all the weathering stuff on top of it. And yeah, here it is. Completely dried. This thing dried in like 15 minutes. I was able to put it back together. This entire custom took 30 minutes. The video is taking way longer than it should have. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got. As always, thanks for stopping by the garage. Be safe, be well, and be kind. Always be kind. Until the next time at the garage, I'll see you later, grease monkeys.